See.
It's finally here, huh?
2 days. I can't believe after a year and a half it's
Thank
finally
God.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the chapel. That's my favorite part of the town. I really was anti-men when I met Nick, and he changed things for me. He changed my opinion. So I was not ready to meet anybody when I met him. In fact, I kind of fought it a little bit in the beginning. I personally wanted to just kind of become strong on my own and know what I believed in and where I wanted to go with my life. I met him, and that kind of changed things a little bit.
I had a couple of failed relationships before Amy came along, and I had just turned 21, and I was doing the club scene, the bar scene, and I was out, and you don't find desirable people in those types of places. So I was just I was looking in the wrong place, and then Amy came along, and then once I met her, everything changed. My life hasn't been the same since.
We met in Pennsylvania. We were both working at a restaurant, TGI Fridays. I was a waitress, and I looked over by the door, and there was Nick. And so I walked over and kind of stood near him because I thought he was really cute.
I was talking to someone, and then I turned around, and she was standing there with with her hands on her hips, and she said, it's like, I was just eavesdropping on your conversation. Oh, wow, there's this cute girl, and she's listening to me, Great.
So we just started talking a little bit here and there. I was the waitress, and he was the busboy.
And then we just, we worked together, kind of hung out together, started hanging out a little bit more after work.
Watching movies and things like that, and I really started to like him.
Then I just asked her, I said, why don't we just make this official, and I just like you so much, let's just start dating.
I have to say, when I first started spending time with you, the best part about it was looking into your eyes and just spending like 3 or 4 days just staring at you.
Right. Yeah, I enjoyed the staring part too.
Nick is a very romantic person, and he says all sorts of romantic, sweet things all the time, and sometimes it almost sounds like it's out of a movie, some of the things he says, like, oh, your eyes are as beautiful as the blue sky. I'm like, oh, please. But probably one of the most amazing parts about him is that he's so sweet.
What do I call you?
Sweet?
Mm-hmm.
What do I
That's
call
your
you?
name. Cheese.
And why do I call you Cheese?
Because I say cheesy, romantic things all the time.
I think what I wanted was somebody who was very different from me. So he's exactly what I wanted, because we are total opposites. He's more the calm and serene type person. I'm more the more wild one that wants to go out and find adventures.
She just had this different outlook on life that I had never seen before in a girl, and I was, taken completely.
He treats me like he would treat his best friend. He's a good person. And I had a dog before I met Nick, and my dog was my best friend. We went everywhere together. Edward! Come on, let's go! If people like animals, I think it says a great deal about what kind of a heart they have inside.
Can I throw it, Ed?
He's a dog person, which is good. Oh, yes! Nick said, I love you to me first, and I waited a while. I was a little apprehensive in the beginning, but probably about a month later, I said I love you too. It took me a while.
I'm not afraid to show my emotions around her. I don't have to be afraid, and I thought that I loved her, so I told her I loved her, and I wasn't scared at all.
I think that the freedom that I give to Nick to be who he is and the freedom that he gives to me to be who I am makes for a really strong relationship, because we're not expecting either of us to be something different than what we are.
I am more than what I was before I met her, and I thank God for her every day.
I had an inkling the day that he proposed, that he was going to propose, but I wasn't sure.
Amy always told me that I had to come up with something creative, and I wanted to be a surprise, because I've never been able to pull off a surprise for her.
We were getting together to go to Osso restaurant for my birthday, and we had several friends there.
I showed up a few hours before we were going to be there. I gave the cook the ring, and I said, just bring this ring out at some point in your cooking routine, and then I'll propose. And I left it up to him when he was going to do it. We went, had dinner, and the chef during the meal had
taken the rice and made it like a heart and stuck the spatula underneath it and made it look like it was beating. And he said, "Oh, that's how he feels for you," or whatever. And I thought that was cute. Then he was just kind of giving me a hard time, the chef was. And he ended up putting the ring in his hat, and he got down on his knee and he said, "He has something in my hat for you." So I reached in and I felt the box, and that's when I knew he was proposing. So
And then she found the ring and she was surprised. Then he asked her to marry her.
I believe what a relationship is about is what can this reflect and teach me in my life. In my relationship with Nick, the fact that we're so different, I just feel it's great for me to learn. I'm going to learn so much from this person because he's so different than I am.
Can you sing? That's good.
I'm just excited I found a really kind, dear soul to spend my life with. You have an eyelash right here by your eye. Make a wish.
Okay. All right.
Good wish. I like that wish.
I mean, this weekend's gonna be great, but I just can't wait to start our life, you know. I shudder to think what my life would be like without her. It would probably be very boring and dreary. She's everything to me.
I thank you for being a part of my life and making me realize that there are happy endings to stories.
This TLC program is sponsored in part by Cotton Incorporated. Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can you cook something? Cook something, cook something.
Ballpark singles are individually wrapped for your microwave to steam in that great ballpark taste. Ballpark singles, such a big juicy taste they plump when you cook them.
Honey, we're gonna miss the ballet. It's supposed to be beautiful.
Now, Smart Ones is going to bowl you over. Introducing delicious bowls from Smart Ones, like spicy Southwestern-style chicken. Smart Ones bowls. When you're smart, it shows.
Debbie!
It's a fact. The bigger the man, the bigger the baby. Thank goodness for Kleenex tissues. Kleenex makes the softest tissues you can get for your baby.
You're watching Personal TLC, Life Unscripted.
TLC goes behind the scenes at the greatest con ever played. Paradise in the desert. 4 gamblers risk it all for their piece of Sin City. High stakes, Saturday night on TLC. It's cabbage warfare in the junkyard.
It's cabbage.
A bit of rope, some metal rods, and a thirst for combat.
Oh yes, we need to use this.
Who will vanquish the enemy first? Junkyard Wars, Monday at 8 on TLC.
Tuesday night is Trauma Night here on TLC. This week, Denver.
Okay, go ahead. We're ready.
We show you everything that happens. It's more unscripted trauma action. Trauma, Life in the ER. This Tuesday, here on TLC.
This is Apache Land, and it's a movie ranch. And we decided to get married here when we came out here for a dinner.
We wanted to have a Western theme. We'd already came up with that idea, and we thought this is the best place.
Nick and I looked around and just noticed the environment and how relaxed it is and how beautiful it is. And since we really love Arizona and the environment, we decided we wanted to get married outside and a part of the history.
We're like mailmen, rain or shine.
Everything that we're doing is all handmade. We made everything. Worked on it together.
I guess as grooms go, I've been very involved with the decorating, but still nowhere near as involved as Amy was.
We are going to go ahead and decorate because these are silk flowers and they're going to be fine, and they're going to hold up until tomorrow. We've got friends here, everybody's excited. And
we're all having a great time. Anyway, who cares?
And even though it never rains in Arizona, but about an inch a year, I think we'll get it all today, and then by tomorrow it should be okay.
I think it only rains in Arizona when people are trying to have a wedding.
So we have sunflowers to hang all over the place, and a friend of mine made a little wooden sign which says hitching post, and that's going to hang on the hitching post, which is right next to where we're going to stand. Is that great?
Right.
I asked a lot of people that were coming in that would be in town to help us, and they were all really excited. And if it doesn't rain, it's going to be a blast. I sat down there yesterday and kind of looked at the mountain and thought, whatever happens, happens, and things always happen for a reason, so. Ralphie, can you pop this open for me, baby?
And do you want this spilled on you or something?
Oh, no, just pop it open. We're going to start pouring some cups. Woo! Whoa! Whoa!
Where's your umbrella?
Seriously. Yeah, let's do this to Nick.
Yeah.
Nick's standing up in the saloon trying to hear her.
It's raining, but who cares? You're here. Here's to Amy.
I could sit on your lap, you know.
Good.
Did we get a flat?
I've always said it all along. It's not going to rain tomorrow. Never said anything about today.
What I'm going to say is to the welcome Amy and Nick, appreciate your taking time to be with them as they embark upon one of the most exciting and intriguing journeys of their young lives.
Max Miller is the man that's going to perform the ceremony for us. He actually had another career. He's not a minister by trade. He got his ministership off of the internet. He and his wife. And they were married in this chapel as well.
After meeting them, we're just so happy that he's going to be the guy that's going to be marrying us, and he's doing exactly the way we want it to.
It's hard for dads, I think, in general, to give their daughters away and let them go. We are friends as well as father and daughter, and I admire him in so many ways.
I have a lot of respect for Amy's dad. He loves Amy very much. He's very protective of her, and I feel honored that he approved of me.
That's probably going to be the part where he's going to tear up, I think, at the very end. Inside, I know it's going to be hard for him, and therefore it'll be hard for me.
With Amy. Okay. And now I will say, Nick, you may now kiss your bride.
I'm very nice people.
Come on, dip me now, baby.
You will turn, both of you will turn.
Hope it doesn't rain.
We're supposed to say it.
But that's another hope, though, so I thought I'd mention it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
You're hoping for rain?
Well, maybe we'll go back to...
Maybe if we hope for rain, it won't. So, that might work.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can you cook something? Cook something, cook something. Cook something.
Enjoy that great ballpark taste in no time. With Ballpark Singles, individually wrapped for your microwave to steam in that flavor you love and the big juicy taste you expect from a ballpark.
You could be a chef.
I'll stick with Ballpark.
Ballpark Singles, such a big juicy taste, they plump when you cook them.
There's a beat, a pulse, a magic that is the law. It feels like music, but it tastes like jambalaya.
Jazz it up with Zatarain.
I think you work too much.
Really? Busted. She gave him something to live for.
You defy every law of nature I know. Marry me, Sarah.
I can't.
Now,
I'm sorry.
he's got to show her
If you leave now, everything will be perfect forever.
it's something worth fighting for.
I live for one thing.
Keanu Reeves,
To love you.
Charlize Theron, Sweet November, rated PG-13, starts Friday, February 16th.
Coming up next on Personal TLC.
I love this dress.
It's an emotional occasion, full of touching moments, unexpected jitters.
Oh my God.
Even a laugh or two. Get set for another episode of A Wedding Story, coming up on Personal TLC.
Are you human?
Pediatricians recommend Flintstones more than any other children's chewable vitamin. Flintstones, the pediatrician's #1 choice.
Are you tired of that fat stomach? Hi, I'm Jenny Lee, and I've discovered the fastest, easiest way to have the flat, sexy abs you've always wanted. It's the Ab Slide, and it gives you a better workout than any other product on the market, and in just 3 minutes a day.
Look, ordinary crunches only work your lower abs on the way up, not on the way down. But the Ab Slide's amazing power-assisted spring provides constant resistance as you slide back and forth, targeting and toning your upper, middle, and lower abs in just 3 minutes a day for the flattest abs ever. And unlike the torso track, the Ab Slide lets you go side to side to get rid of love handles faster than ever before. In fact, it's 400% more effective than the Ab Rocker. Don't spend $250 on bulky machines. Now on this exclusive TV offer, you can get the ab slide complete with exercise guide for not $250, not $150, but only $39.95. But wait, call now and get the Herbal Energizer to help jumpstart your results. A 10-day supply free. Order ab slide today.
This is my brother Steve, and he was supposed to be here yesterday around 12 and didn't get here until 10 at night. His flight was canceled, didn't know if he was even going to be able to make it here.
It's like we've been long lost brothers, and I hopped out of the car and
I haven't seen him. Yeah, it was a moment, definitely. And the possibility of him not even being here for this, it killed me. So now that he's finally here, we're going to go on a horseback ride that we've been talking about for a while, and it's going to be great.
Cannot wait.
He's not hit, first time, never done it.
First time, and I guarantee I'm not going to be that good at it. I'm going to tell you, please do not laugh at me.
I can't promise that, dude. We're going to be going horseback riding through the Superstition Mountains.
So we're going to be going up the mountain there?
Yeah, see that trail? We decided to go horseback riding the morning of the wedding because I wanted to do something with Steve, just he and I. And he had never been horseback riding before, so I thought that would be something fun for he and I to do. When I told him about it, he was really excited. Oh, okay, okay.
Let him go, just give him a kick in the side.
Okay.
You can handle feet. Yeah, you old fella.
I'm on a horse.
Steve's on a horse.
I'm on a horse with no name. It's old Pete.
Riding through the desert on a horse with no name. My best man is my brother Steve, and I never even considered anyone else for that role. Steve is my best friend in the world. The brothers are like that, you know, and we experience things that no one else has experienced.
You all right? Yeah, I'm doing good. Slowly getting the hang of this.
This is just great, being able to hang out with my brother and have him doing something he's never done before, experiencing the Southwest.
Feel like a cowboy in Arizona.
Praying for no rain, doesn't look good.
Man, oh man, I can't get over the scenery here. This is everything I expected. I'm having a great time.
I think the fog and the mist is kind of adding to it, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. It's giving that superstition feel. I mean, it's like the highlight of my year.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad.
That's it, old Pete. We're done.
So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Take care.
Got launched off.
Thank you. Okay,
hey,
I'll learn to walk again.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Hope you come back and ride
will.
this again.
I will.
Thank you very much. Let's go have some fun.
My only brother getting married.
Woo! Ready, folks? Woo!
Yeah, do the pouring.
All right. Here's Sammy and Nick. They had a beautiful day. Everyone's prayers were answered. Here you go. Who else needs?
For Amy. Amy needs a glass.
Amy needs a glass.
Yes.
Hi, Daddy. Come on in.
Sheriff?
Sheriff John.
You got a 6-gun for me?
If I see anything I don't like, I'm going to lock somebody up. That's about it. So anybody that does something I don't like is going to jail.
Rather than having a formal ceremony, we're having, kind of a costume ceremony. All the girls' dresses and my dress are all period dresses, and the guys are wearing outfits like gamblers would wear. The bow ties, the ivory-colored shirts, and things like that. They're going to make them look old-fashioned. And I made all the vests for them to wear.
Looking like a cowboy. I always wanted to be a kind of a cowboy, so, and to be married in something like that is really cool.
I can't even describe how I feel right now. So I still couldn't believe that my whole family, who I hardly ever see, will be here watching me and my brother and Aim up there in matrimony. And it's beautiful. I'm having such a great time.
So far, it's been very peaceful. I think everybody's afraid to break the law today. But that's okay. Somebody will, and I'll catch them.
The rumor is that, well, I don't want to run it for nobody, but I think there's going to be some trouble.
an historic ceremony due to the location.
Oh, you're so cool.
All right, let me finish.
Okay.
I had the dress made to look exactly like what women would wear if they rode into town on a horse. And then to go with that, the girls are wearing dresses that would be similar to a style from the Civil War with buttons down the front.
You gotta look at yourself.
If you have an inspiring love story and would like to be on a wedding story, send a letter and photograph to Banyan Productions, P.O. Box 8746, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19101.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can you cook something? Cook something, cook something.
Ballpark singles are individually wrapped for your microwave to steam in that great ballpark taste. Ballpark singles, such a big juicy taste they plump when you cook them.
Step out of the shower into Neutrogena body oil. No moisturizer can touch this experience. It's the smoothing away of dryness as every light drop becomes part of your skin. The surprise of no oily afterfeel, the radiance of silky skin. Neutrogena body oil.
My head throbs. Every noise hurt. Every light. I was so nauseous. My medicine just dulled the pain.
Today, Imitrex can target your total migraine, the pain and those other symptoms. Imitrex was the first medicine of its kind believed to target the nerves and blood vessels that can trigger your total migraine. In fact, of all prescription migraine medicines, Imitrex is America's most prescribed.
Finally, something that works for me.
Imitrex is not right for everyone or every migraine. If you have certain types of heart or blood vessel disease or uncontrolled blood pressure, you shouldn't take Imitrex. Very rarely, certain people, even some without heart disease, have had serious heart-related problems. So talk to your doctor, especially if you have risk factors for heart disease such as smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, or if you are pregnant, nursing, or taking medications.
If migraines are disrupting your life, tell your doctor and target your total migraine with Imitrex.
She's smart. She's beautiful.
Woo!
She's sophisticated.
I am digging this room.
She's Alex McLeod, host of TLC's new hit show, Trading Spaces. Later today on TLC.
Are you sure you don't want to change your mind? I'm telling you.
Welcome to Apache Land, a beautiful setting for a special occasion. The gods of weather have looked down upon us today. It was kind of frightening this morning. Amy and Nick, appreciate your taking time from your busy lives to be with them this afternoon as they embark upon one of the most exciting and intriguing journeys of their young lives. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I. Oh, and her brothers, her sister, and her niece and her nephews. How am I doing so far?
Doing
Will that do it?
That'll do it.
Thank you.
You can be seated.
Thank you.
This marriage of Amy and Nick unites two families and creates a new one.
Hold on just a minute. I don't want to be interrupting or anything, but I do want to voice my opinion here because, you know, on the way up here,
she did find out I did have a bigger ring. And we was trying to get this situation out, and you can see for yourself, I am a better man.
Anybody else had enough of this guy? Amy, on the best days of my life, I pledge to honor and cherish you each and every day of my life. You are the driving force that keeps my spirit alive and free. I will love you always, no matter what happens to us through our life together.
I will always be there for you, supporting you and caring about you through the good and the bad times. I will be in your life as long as I am alive.
Amy, love has given us wings. Take this ring as a sign of my love.
Nick, I join my life with yours today, with an open and trusting heart. Whatever we may encounter, let us encounter it together. Take this ring, and with it my commitment to be the best wife that I can be.
Amy and Nick, you have now affirmed before your families and friends your love and caring for each other. Nick, you may now kiss your bride.
Just gonna take your hand.
It is my pleasure to present to you Nick and Amy, husband and wife.
Marriage is like a duet. One sings while the other claps. Nick and Aim. Continue to love and support each other throughout the years. And may you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. That wasn't the alcohol talking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Steve a hand. For
You outdid yourself, man. Thank you, dude. I can't believe it.
Cool. Look at how beautiful that is. My God. Did you see it yet? Isn't it incredible?
You said you weren't going to do that.
I lied.
Yes,
And when the spark of youth someday surrenders, I will have your hand to see me through. The years may come and go, but there's one thing I know. Love is all there is when I'm with you.
You're watching A Wedding Story on Personal TLC. thought it was funny that we both saw the website and decided independently that the wedding here would be perfect.
Kind of what I was looking for, something different, something we can incorporate all of our adventures into.
Kind of the perfect ending to a perfect summer.
Before I met Carrie, I was really kind of in a flux, not really knowing where I was going to go with my life.
I guess reached a point in my life where I was ready to share it with somebody.
I was checking my email, and on one of the websites there was a banner that had this website for Match.com. And I thought, what the heck, I've got nothing to lose. I described myself as having a sense of adventure, was very specific about some of my sports, bicycling, skydiving.
You can put a picture with your little blurb, and in his picture he looked so happy that it really drew me to him.
She sounded very sure of herself. She described herself, and something about it caught my eye.
We agreed to meet for dinner. I thought that would be safer, and I gave him a list of things that I wanted him to bring: his driver's license, his social security card.
And she walks in the door and she says, "Are you Mike?" And I said, she had this great smile. Just, her whole face smiled. And I said, "Yeah, you must be Carrie."
We had a wonderful dinner, and we were spending more time talking than we were eating. We closed down the restaurant, so we went across the street for coffee and dessert. We closed down that place and ended up in Perkins, which of course is open 24 hours, so we couldn't close that down.
I think I got about half an hour's sleep that night. What'd you get?
I didn't go to sleep. I knew if I went to sleep, I'd never wake up again.
Well, you would have eventually, it just would have been a couple of days.
Yeah, I would have been really late for work.
For our second date, we decided that we were going to do a skydive, or he was going to do a skydive and I was going to watch him.
We got in the car and we started driving. At one point, she needed to make a stop. And I said, well, you know, my mom and dad live just down this little road here. We could just stop there.
I thought it was just non-traditional enough to be fun.
My mom and Carrie just hit it off immediately.
And it got one of the big milestones of every relationship out of the way very quickly.
I just looked over at her and kind of looked around the room, and there was this feeling like, wow, this is really right. That was the moment I knew. This was the person I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
Well, for my birthday, Mike had given me a tandem skydive, which I had asked for.
I was so scared. I was afraid I was going to get up there and chicken out, and you were going to be embarrassed.
Nah. Once they get you up there and they open up the door, you're going. That's pretty much it. You'd have to be grabbing onto the pilot.
I was close, I'll tell you.
We reached the altitude that we were going to jump from, and Mike jumped out first. And I think that was the moment when I realized just really how important he was to me, as I was seeing him, in essence, being sucked out of the door of a moving airplane at 10,000 feet. It's very much a moment of truth. And I realized just how much I really was hoping to see him on the ground safely.
The fact that she did the skydive was maybe not so important to me, but showed me her willingness to try new things.
He brings out the best side of me, the side that I'm most proud of, the adventurous side, the side that is willing to jump out of an airplane, the side that makes me enjoy being me.
I was very proud of her when she got down and she wasn't in hysterics, or she was, you know, she kind of enjoyed it. Was it good?
Yeah, but scuba diving is still better.
I knew right away, okay, she had tried my sport, so okay, now it's time for me to get serious about enrolling in the scuba.
And then you took scuba for me.
Yep.
It was very cool, though. And I knew you'd take to it like a fish to water.
Diving with Carrie is a lot of fun. To me, it's very romantic. You always want to have a dive buddy when you're diving, so she is my dive buddy. And more, we are buddies.
A couple of months into the relationship, we realized how much we had in common, and that in addition to this wonderful romantic relationship, we were developing a very close friendship as well.
We had toyed with the long-term relationship, possible marriage.
I think we had been dating for 6 months when Mike proposed.
The day I proposed, we were driving to another wedding.
All of a sudden, he pulls the car over to the side of the road.
I got down on one knee and I said, "Carrie, will you marry me?" And pulled the ring out of my pocket and showed it to her.
And even though it was something I had been anticipating, and it certainly wasn't a surprise, I was so emotional I could hardly even say yes.
And at that moment, she made me probably the happiest guy on the planet. One night at dinner, we were talking to a couple of friends about a scuba trip.
We had talked about probably getting married in October.
And the place they were going had a website, so they sent me the link.
I sent him back sort of a non-committal email saying, "Looks very lovely, you know. Did you see the page about the weddings?"
You could either get married at sea on a sunset cruise, or you could get married underwater.
And we really had tossed around both those ideas, but decided on the scuba, partly because I really like this kind of mindset that you have to be in when you're diving. It's peaceful, it's contemplative. It's just a really nice state to be starting out a marriage in.
Just think, in 2 days, we are going to be under that water, getting married.
Very excited.
Me too.
I'm just looking forward to getting under the water again.
It's going to be so great.
Yes.
Catch a home improvement show like nothing you've ever seen before. TLC turns neighbors loose to redecorate each other's homes and then sees what they think of the results. Trading Spaces, later today on TLC.
It's a law of physics. The only man on the plane with a cold will sit next to you. Thank goodness for Kleenex tissues. Kleenex Cold Care has 3 germ-blocking layers to help keep germs where they belong.
This Valentine's Day, Zales has this exclusive diamond channel band with love inside for just $1.99. Ask her to be your Valentine without saying a word at Zales stores nationwide or shop online at zales.com.
A lot of people have their own different styles. If you like it and you feel confident with it, you shouldn't really care about what other people think about it.
Lucretia is my niece, and Colette and Carolyn, they are her friends.
Walmart has great clothes for spring. And you can mix and match and do everything with it.
They encourage each other. They help each other, like peas in a pod.
I pick out the shoes. She picks out the accessories. Lucretia picks out the clothes.
I love shopping with these girls. They keep me young.
At Walmart, shopping together is fun. So the 3 of us together make the perfect outfit.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can you cook something? Cook something, cook something.
Ballpark singles are individually wrapped for your microwave to steam in that great ballpark taste. Ballpark singles, such a big juicy taste they plump when you cook them.
TLC goes behind the scenes at the greatest con ever played. Paradise in the desert. 4 gamblers risk it all for their piece of Sin City. High stakes. Saturday night on TLC. It's cabbage warfare in the junkyard.
It's cabbage.
A bit of rope, some metal rods, and a thirst for combat.
Got a hit.
Oh yes, we need to use this.
But what happens when the battle plan comes unraveled?
We've got to do it now. We've got to do it fast.
It takes a real warrior to power on when the plan turns rotten.
Whoa, hold on. Shoot!
Who will vanquish the enemy first?
Very high.
Find out when the Cabbage Wars heat up. Junkyard Wars, Monday at 8 on TLC.
When we started to talk about marriage, we knew there were certain things we wanted.
Welcome on board the Amori Diver, guys, for your diving trip. My name is Mike. I'm going to be your captain today.
We wanted something that was different than traditional. The marriage underwater sounded perfect.
The day before the wedding, we're going to go on a 2-tank dive to scout out locations for the wedding.
The people who are going to be witnessing the ceremony are my friends Tom and Brenda, who invited us down. Carrie's brother, Brent, flew down to be here with us. And that's pretty much it.
The person who will be marrying us is Amy Slade, who is the owner of the resort here, and she has just been wonderful to work with.
Here at Amore, we always love to show our wedding couples some different locations for their prospective weddings. beautiful day like we have, we're going to start at the Christ statue, which is on the Key Largo, Florida dry rocks. It was placed in the spot because of the beauty, this large brain coral that sits there. There's the largest piece of brain coral that you'll see probably anywhere in the Caribbean or maybe the world. Also, we'll look at this beautiful piece of pillar coral. There's all kinds of tropical fish. See just a variety of fish and corals that are just breathtaking. When we do our underwater weddings, we typically kneel down and kind of get ourselves situated. Carrie and Mike have chosen their own vows, which we have written on their underwater slate. So we'll go through the vows that they had written. We'll have our ring exchange. Afterwards, and one of the most exciting things is we have the underwater kiss. And the bride and groom embraces and takes out the regulator and gives us a very romantic kiss. The second location will be the French Reef, and French Reef just this year has had this phenomena. We have literally thousands of glassy minnows which have decided to inhabit this little cave area called Sand Bottom Cave. And I think that'll be a really special place. You can also swim through, and just a feeling of the minnows just opening up and then closing behind you. It's very captivating.
That has got to be one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
And they just move with every bite that one of the big guys takes.
The night before the ceremony, we're going to go to dinner at a place here in the Keys with our friends who've come down with us. You should have seen it from above when you guys would swim into it, because I went up a little bit and watched people swim in and out of it. I'm very happy that Tom and Brenda are going to be here.
They have been just wonderful, and we just really enjoy spending time with the two of them.
Mike's a pretty straightforward, even-keeled guy, and after the two of them met, he all of a sudden was like a little kid. It was like watching him kind of revert back to junior high almost, you know, as his first girlfriend. He just stars in his eyes and the whole bit.
He'd be all smiles and just kind of like, well, you know, yeah, it's good. It's cute.
My favorite picture of the two of them is they're out at the jump field where he skydives. He's just pointing up, and it says a lot about the two of them and who they are, because they have this future together, and their future is going to go up.
So did you decide today which site you want to choose for the actual ceremony?
Well, I think the consensus was the Sandy Cove with the silverside minnows. They were just fabulous. I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, as soon as I saw it, I said, that was it. That was the spot. Even before we got down there, I could see him moving around it. I said, that's it. That's the spot.
To family, and to old friends and new friends.
New friends? Cheers. Chance meetings?
Absolutely.
And a bizarre wedding.
Leading authorities now agree that diets containing foods that are a good source of potassium and low in sodium, like Tropicana Pure Premium, may reduce the risk of high blood pressure and stroke. Drink what your heart tells you to. Tropicana Pure Premium.
You know how hard it is to quit smoking. You know how tough that first day without a cigarette can be. It's time to ask your doctor about Zyban. With Zyban, you don't have to quit all at once. Zyban doesn't work for everyone. It's part of a comprehensive plan from your doctor to help you stop smoking. and it's the prescription smoking cessation aid most recommended by doctors. Zyban is different from nicotine replacements. It is nicotine-free, so you don't have to quit immediately. After Zyban reaches the right level in your system, it reduces your cravings. You feel like smoking less and less until you're ready to stop completely. You should know that there is a risk of seizure with Zyban. To reduce that risk, don't use if you have or have had a seizure or eating disorder. Don't use if you take Wellbutrin or an MAOI. When used with a nicotine patch or alone, there is a risk of elevated blood pressure, in some cases severe. To reduce risk of serious side effects, tell your doctor if you have liver or kidney problems. Side effects may include dry mouth and difficulty sleeping. Ask your doctor if Zyban is right for you. Zyban, you don't have to quit all at once.
Coming up next on TLC, it's Trading Spaces.
The do-it-yourself challenge that pits neighbor against neighbor in a race to redecorate.
Ventures to this ceiling fan hostility you have.
Trading Spaces next on TLC.
Everyone's running to America Online new version 6.0.
It's really easy to use. It's fast.
AOL has it all. America Online new version 6.0.
Can't keep still, things I wanna do, 'cause I love to drive my VW. Got to keep moving, I'll catch you in my rear view, 'cause I love to drive my VW. My VW. From North Attleboro. My VW.
For great deals on 2001 models, visit Volkswagen of North Attleboro today.
My VW.
The dream begins early. And at the South Shore Baseball Club, we make dreams real at our year-round baseball and softball club and training facility. From the beginner to the veteran, our expert coaching staff teaches boys and girls ages 5 and up all the fundamentals. Take advantage of our full-service facility. Visit our pro shop and join the fun of our nationally known Sea Dogs travel teams. The South Shore Baseball Club in Holbrook and Hingham, where the dream begins.
Well, here we are at the hair salon.
Well, what kind of hairdo do you think we should do for you?
Well, since I'm going to be underwater, I was thinking maybe 2 French braids coming down
That
into
would be nice.
ponytails.
And then the hair will stay out of your face while you're underwater. That should be nice and neat. And so where are you from?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Where do you scuba dive in Minneapolis?
Oh, we have 10,000 lakes in Minnesota, and 3 or 4 of them are clear enough to actually dive in.
It's the morning of the wedding. Carrie's off getting her hair done, so we're going to go off sea kayaking before we run some errands.
It's the male bonding experience of the morning.
I'm very happy that Brent is going to be here because that includes part of Carrie's family. And now it's even more personal for Carrie because her brother flew down to be here with us.
When she first started dating him, you're always kind of like, okay, what is he like? Is he, what are his true intentions here? But I really got to know him and really started to like him because, he's very easy, very calm, just a very relaxed personality, and really brought out the best in Carrie. I could see how happy she was when he was around. He's just been really good for her. He's encouraged her to grow, encouraged her to really find herself. And over these past 6 months, she's really become a very happy person.
Do you have family members here with you?
My brother's here, actually. He took his scuba certification last week.
Oh, good. So he's ready.
We've been talking to my parents pretty much every night on the phone.
That's great.
Our parents are really very supportive. They are not going to be at the wedding. They just decided that this was our event and that they would have a chance to see us and talk to us when we got home and have a party at home.
Tell me about your hat.
My sister-in-law makes these, and so I asked her for a special one for my wedding, so she did this one for me as a wedding gift. She did a groom hat, too.
Sounds like you're really ready for this.
The fins are about $30 cheaper. Looks like we're going with purple. Yeah, go with the purple. Good color.
Something to wear tonight?
We're not getting married.
No, not us.
I was going to say, that seems rather fun. You said go boys and waffle.
I'm getting married underwater.
He's marrying my sister underwater.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Carrie?
Oh, yeah. That's really cute.
You are going to be so pretty. Want to see how it looks with your hat?
I was going in off the front of the boat. Tank got caught, banged my head, and that's it. I'm stuck. And I gotta stay home and go to the doctor. Brenda and I were on a dive this morning. She went in first as the instructor was in waiting for us. And I went to do my giant stride and did a little baby stride, caught the tank on the deck of the boat and banged the back of my head on the tank, and that was it. They yanked me out of the water right away, and so I gotta go to a doctor and get checked out. So I can't go today. I'm bummed.
Time to get married.
Thank you.
See you later. See you later.
Yep.
Scuba diving is a buddy sport. You always have to be near your buddy. And so having somebody that you are tied to both emotionally and symbolically just really makes it a special time.
All right. Let's do this thing.
Plenty of room. Excellent. Are you okay? The ring doesn't fall off, I guess. Couldn't have been better. Perfect, huh? Couldn't have been better.
A chunky Super Bowl moment. Terrell Davis's mom filled him up right with new Campbell's Chunky Grilled Sirloin and Vegetables. Fired up by this chunky grilled classic, Terrell made like grilled steak and sizzled.
I think you work too much.
Really? Busted. She gave him something to live for.
You defy every law of nature I know. Marry me, Sarah.
I can't.
Now,
I'm sorry.
he's got to show her
If you leave now, everything will be perfect forever.
it's something worth fighting for.
I live for one thing.
Keanu Reeves,
To love you.
Charlize Theron, Sweet November, rated PG-13, starts Friday, February 16th.
For Valentine's Day, Zales has the Valentine Keepsake Box with chocolate hearts and a diamond heart pendant, all for just $99. Love can be so delicious. At Zales stores nationwide or shop online at zales.com.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can you cook something? Cook something, cook something. Cook something.
Enjoy that great ballpark taste in no time. With Ballpark Singles, individually wrapped for your microwave to steam in that flavor you love and the big juicy taste you expect from a ballpark.
You could be a chef.
I'll stick with the ballpark.
Ballpark Singles, such a big juicy taste, they plump when you cook them.
Tuesday night is Trauma Night here on TLC. This week, Denver. We set up camp with our cameras.
Okay, go ahead, we're ready.
And show you everything that happened.
You feeling the baby moving?
It's more unscripted trauma action.
Feel that sharpness here?
He's gonna get worse before he gets better with it.
We're gonna need to put a tube in your chest.
I never wanted to be a doctor.
Trauma, Life in the ER. This Tuesday here on TLC.
Big step forward when you're ready.
We had the option of writing our own vows because it is an underwater wedding. They write the vows on the underwater slates for us. We very much think of our relationship as an equal partnership, and I really tried hard to make the vows reflect that.
The silence will make it very powerful. I don't know how to describe that feeling of calmness and yet excitement at the same time. And our thoughts will be the same at that time. We'll be reading the same thing, and we'll kind of be that underwater communication, that sense of one person at the same time. Thought and then some. It was everything I thought and then some.
It was beautiful, even with the
surge,
the 5-foot swells and the surge.
Good luck, sir. Thank you. And you look beautiful. Careful.
Hi.
Warm out here.
I love you.
So everybody's here?
Cool. After the wedding dive, we're going to be going on a boat cruise out into the Gulf for our reception. We'll have some food and some cake and some champagne.
Thank you for sharing this day with us. What an adventure it was.
To say the least.
6 and 7 foot swells, I heard. So we did it. We went through it. Thank you, Brent, for flying in. Tom and Brenda, as always, you've been very special in my life. Amy and Steve, thank you very much for opening up your resort for us. It's fantastic. Carrie, thank you for falling in love with me. Thank you for being there for me to fall in love with you. Love you.
These are the vows that we wrote to use under the water today, but since we couldn't actually speak them then, we thought we'd read them now. Mike, I am marrying you today to strengthen the bond of love between us and to demonstrate my commitment to our relationship. I promise to join my life with yours as an equal partner, giving you my deepest love and respect.
I give you myself as I am and as I will be for the rest of our lives together, and I give you this ring as a symbol of my promises.
Coming up next on TLC, it's Trading Spaces.
The do-it-yourself challenge that pits neighbor against neighbor in a race to redecorate.
Ventures this ceiling fan hostility you have.
Trading Spaces next on TLC.
And welcome to another episode of Trading Spaces, the show where neighbors switch houses for 48 hours and totally redecorate a room in each other's home. Today we're in beautiful San Diego, California, where we have a father and son team who are about to see if they have what it takes when it comes to redecorating a room, and their neighbors will be doing the same. Here's what we've got today. 2 teams doing 2 master bedrooms. This I have to see. Dave Sr. and son David may be experts at car tinkering, but when it comes to Bachelor Dad's boudoir, they're clueless. Sr. thinks his bedroom is too frilly. Neighbors Jen and Kevin have bedroom problems too. They think it would take a master's degree in decorating to give their master bedroom a boost. Each team will need a lot of help from our expert designers. They don't break the rules on the beach, but in somebody's home, well, that's different. While their surfing skills leave much to be desired, their designing ability is top-notch. Designer Genevieve Gorder will be applying her expertise in Kevin and Jen's room. Her washed-up pal, Hilda Santo Tomas, will be working on Dave Sr.'s bedroom. And of course, they'll have to lean on carpenter Amy Wynn Pastor for help, given that each team only has a $1,000 budget and 48 hours. You know, a woman's touch is one thing, but 3 women revamping 2 bedrooms on a $1,000 budget? So many hormones, so little time, the stress of it all. I can't bear to watch. Kevin and Jim have big plans for their neighbor's bedroom. They're big talkers when it comes to redoing Dave's master bedroom, but they'd settle for nice and simple for their own.
I think I would love to see it warmed up a little bit, maybe with some color and kind of maybe bright and airy and nice and, you know, that type of a thing. Kind of like a retreat.
Oh, Dave's master bedroom was going to be, the wallpaper is going to be gone. The flowers and stuff just don't quite cut it for Dave, I don't think.
Definitely. Definitely make it a little more masculine, you know? The poor guy's got all these flowers everywhere. Gonna make it a little more masculine and more like Dave. Hildy may have some preconceived ideas, but if they don't match up with what we like, too bad. No offense, Hildy.
We want to see Dave happy.
Yeah.
Since we only know a month and a half, we don't want to start off on bad terms. We'd like to start off on good terms.
I hit a cup! I hit a cup! Give me 5. Thank you.
Experts at changing oil, Dave Sr., who is in the Marines and an avid teddy bear collector, and son David know that the master bedroom in this house needs a tune-up. Since it's his bedroom, father knows best. This is one sailor who knows what he likes.
With my bedroom, I would hate to see that flowery foo-foo wallpaper stuff stay there. That needs to go away. Purple is certainly out of the question. I don't want any purple, don't want to see any purple, don't want to see any weird exotic colors like maybe all black walls or all purple would be way out of the question. I'd love to see, well, I mean, good gracious, maybe a blonde brunette would be nice, but that's probably out of the question. So let's go with a nice color, maybe some blues, some nice use of the carpeting. I have really nice Berber carpeting in there. I'd like to see something that put to good use, and a good mix of colors I think would be really nice. Okay, with their bedroom, I'd like to, I really want to just put some carpeting down. I want to put some carpeting, put some floor tile is what I like to do, a combination of carpeting, the floor tile thing, drop in a ceiling fan, and use some really nice, eloquent colors that would just really offset their bedroom.
I'd like to stay away from the normal stuff that everybody does with their rooms. Put some baseboards on the bottom to white that would contrast with the light blue.
You missed a wire. Put that thing on that plug there, will you? There you go, big guy.
And add some shelves. I'd like to add some shelves to the bedroom that they could put plants onto to open it up, make it more kind of earthy, I guess you could say.
You guys pumped?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, I hope you have your pajamas because you're going to be spending 48 hours in each other's bedrooms.
Got it packed.
Jammies are packed.
All right, your designers are eager to get you to work. Let's trade keys and trade spaces.
That's cool. Let's go.
Let's keep going.
Can I have my teddy bear?
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite. Thanks.
What Dave Sr. and Jr. don't know is that Hilda arrived in San Diego early to do a little shopping for the master bedroom. Take a peek at what she found.